Hello, welcome to this read for the full supermoon in Taurus. Wow, definitely since Monday, I don't know how you're all doing out there, but the energy, that portal definitely opened on the 11/11, and it's interesting. I don't know how everybody's feeling, but I'm feeling that it there's a lot of sweeping change coming in. And so I think, just looking at, I have a definite opinion of the moon for tonight, which I'm going to share with you. Um, I'll read a couple things here that I wrote down some notes about what's going on. And then honestly, I think we'll just go straight to the cards and see what they say because I have a feeling they're going to they're going to just really clarify it. So, um, first of all, the moon being in Taurus, it's an earth sign. Um, it's the bull, right? It's bringing, every time I've kind of written this down, like I visually get the, the sense of a bull, right? Like right in my face, like the face of a bull. So I think my interpretation is quite different from like others for this moon. It was a lot of self reflection and things like that. But I feel what's happening is this Taurus moon is bringing in the energy, this earth energy of bringing everything down to earth, right in our faces, so that we can grab the bull by the horns because it is time to put this shift into action and start making things happen. That being said, there's a small caveat with that is that there's like, it's almost like spend these next couple days, like after the supermoon, because basically what the lead up, right, is coming up to is that Pluto's going to go into Aquarius on, I always want to say the 17th, but I think it might be the 19th. Regardless, it's within a 2 day period. So I think this weekend, again, we're being given a little bit of a moment um, to regroup and focus, to get grounded, um, and to just realize that like it's kind of about to be full steam ahead. It's in a good way, right? It's in a really good way because what it is everything we've been working for and dreaming of and doing is like it's starting to come to fruition. So that being said, there's another thing happening too is that Saturn is also going to go direct at the same time. So with that illumination of the moon, it's like it's really pointing out in all the a few things I read was for us to be very cognizant that we are being a clear channel of energy, um, as like everything we're thinking, saying, and doing is we're becoming this huge. The energy is becoming so great that we're becoming a magnet for things. So we need to be aware of what we're manifesting. Again, so those are just things where it's like be on top of your energy. Like this week for me, it was like that outside world. It's not that it was too much, but it was just a weird, odd feeling. I don't know if anybody else had that, but it was like it was cloudy here most of the week. It felt, it didn't feel like bad energy at all. It just didn't, it felt like unknown and I couldn't describe it. And so it's not that it had me in a place that I was down or feeling blue or anything like that, but it was just like, this is new and I don't understand it. But what I think it is it's like we're in the middle ground. We're not fully into this new energy yet, but it is coming in. The veil's being lifted, and so we're just we're still in that integration period, and it's like we. I feel like this moon is like okay, like we're right on the precipice of this big, massive shift. So be doing all the things you do to keep you down to earth and you cleansed and grounded and especially in the mind, because one of the things I was reading said the potential for this weekend for us is that we'll be in a state of emotional overwhelm, which It's really interesting because that may not happen to you this weekend, but if you look out in the world, people are in emotional overwhelm and they're doing just nutty stuff to themselves. And it's like, none of this is necessary. Like, you could be really going with the flow and enjoying this energy. Um, Again, like a couple times too, like things have come up about, again, sitting in the higher perspective and just observing everything. Um, and that our key role in this, and sometimes people don't believe this, our key role in this right now is to just is to be working on the energetic side of it, which is like that we're integrating the energy, but we're also working with it. So again, I've said this for years and years and years. We can't just go out and stop any conflict that is happening unless you're a leader of a world or whatever current system we're in. We don't have that ability. The abilities we do have are energetic. We can pray, we can manifest. So again, I think this is like the call to be like, get a grounded, practical plan together about what we want to see. And I've been, again, I feel like a broken record, or I know I've been harping on this for every time I do a read, but it's critical. It's critical that we are being so careful about what we're manifesting and bringing in. Um, Again, and that's always the case with any moon as well, right? That's part of it. So the work, I would say, on a personal level. The other thing too is that this Taurus moon is really like, it's what's happening in the outside world. It's, it's being called down to earth. It's everything's being exposed. Everything's being shifted and changed, and it's just like, just let that process happen. It's almost better to just watch and observe, and pray for the best for everything, rather than get so involved that we're in that emotional overwhelm, because that is the way that we get taken out of participating in this amazing transformation. So do your best this weekend to stay grounded, keep your thoughts clear, and yeah, and go with the flow, and just, I know that sounds kind of cliche, but it's like, just go within and really focus on you. That's the other thing with Saturn direct. I put my notes down, but um, it's important. It's with it going direct. It's important because asks us to like have some faith in ourselves. Be proud of how far you've come with all your accomplishments in terms of spirituality. I'm just gonna, I think I wrote it down. I read it. Remember how far you've come. That's, yeah, it's so, so important right now. Actually, there's three. This wasn't me writing this down. This was somebody else's thing, but I think it's really important right now. Recognize the wisdom you've gained. How have you matured? What have you been asked to take responsibility for? How, what long held patterns have you released? Do a checklist of your accomplishments, spiritual accomplishments this weekend. I think it's really important right now. All right, we're going to go right to the cards. Um, I feel like it's going to be an interesting read because it's almost hard to read. I'm feeling like, oops, sorry about that. It's hard to read. Yeah, it is. Um, I feel like it's hard to read right now because uh, it's such a grounded energy space we need to be in to deal with this. But a lot of us are still trying to operate in 5D. So we got the Emperor first up. I lead with wisdom, integrity, and virtue. And there's our lion and our eagle, right? Again, eagle, higher perspective. Lion, our pride, our taking care of our tribe, our people, leading them. So I honestly, if you're here listening to this and you continually come back to listen to me, um, it's really important that you understand that you're this lion. We are this lion. We're each this lion. We all have somebody to lead. I think in the next little while too, just watching what's going on in the outside world, is there is going to be a whole new flock. Sorry for calling them sheep, but I'm going to a whole new flock of sheep that is going to need some help guiding their way. So, I think that the goals with this weekend are to like recognize how divine and powerful we are, and be prepared to start stepping up to lead. This the call is going to come out for us very soon. Like, um, I feel like again, the weeks from now till Christmas are just going to be like we've never seen in our lifetime. So so we need to be in an optimal place ourselves to help lead, right? You can't lead if you're still doing your work, and we can't. So do your best to put yourself in your best energetic position. That's all I'm going to say about that. See, remember when I just said these cards are going to be hard to read? I, I just have this feeling they're going to be all over the place, but it's like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but sometimes this. Anyway, this is exactly where we are, and we're in the uncharted sea. I have no idea how this is all going to play out. We have some inklings about what's going on, but I don't even think I've seen, the truth of everything. I still think there's going to be information coming out that blows my mind and goes, "Whoa, that's not what I was expecting." To be honest, that happens every day. I don't know about you, but something kind of comes into the field, and I'm like, "Oh, I never thought about that, but oh my God, that makes so much sense." Right? Like, and again, see how I'm being with it? When I take it in, I'm like, okay, interesting. Like, it doesn't freak me out. I don't get upset. I don't like the world is ending. I don't put all that energy into that. Again, if it's overwhelming, dip out. It's still going to transmute and change, whether you're there or not. Um, but it's better if we can come at it from and be the leader and show and lead by example and be like, it's all right. It's all right, you guys. We got this. No, I don't know where we're going either, but like, what an adventure. Let's have an adventure. Let's have fun. Let's bring joy back. It all matters. Our thought process, our mind, our manifestation, all of those things are what really matters right now. Sorry, I want to read these guys first. I don't usually do this many before the moon. We just get into the moon, but this feels important. This moon feels important. But like I said, I'm feeling like it's kind of all over the place for advice. The reason I think I'm struggling with this read is because I usually do this read and say things that's important for us to do. But I feel like this is happening on a collective level. So like what we're really reading about is um the collective future, like, and what's happening to the collective. So it's almost like we just have to let it be. Yeah. All right. I just flipped that card. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's this is okay. If there's any advice for us, perspective. Again, it's the higher perspective. What should we be doing right now? I hate to say nothing, but but nothing. We're just observing again. This is where we need to be right now. That I'll say a little thing with that though is like I think our job definitely is that manifestation piece. We need to be keeping a clear channel and thinking the good thoughts of what we want to happen. I'd say like the work for this weekend is again to just keep the vision and keep thinking about the things we want, right? So like I'll just give you my analogy of what I've been working on the last little while. Actually for years and years since being an adult, um that sort of materialistic side of Christmas is like not appealing. In fact, I saw a commercial the other day for I think a department store or something, and I was just like, oh my God, why are we still doing this? Like, why is that the most important thing, what you get and what you give? Anyway, I would like the season to change back to its true meaning. I would like to see, and I'm putting this on my grown up Christmas list if you want to listen to that song. But like, that's it, like peace on earth. I've been actually wishing for that for many Christmases. Um, I don't think the energy's ever been right, but I think it's right now. So, if you want to go on a little mission with me, and we all just start writing our Christmas list and asking for peace on earth, let's give it a shot and see what we can do. All right, one more card I'm going to read from the Nature's Rhythm Oracle, and then we'll just do our regular moon cards and we'll leave it there. Yeah, it's interesting because this read, like I said, it does feel all over the place, but this whole week has felt like that. And again, I just made sure not to let it bother me, like, or like let it be like something wrong. It's just like, okay, this is the energy right now. Let's just work through it again. Ah, attunement. I can only guess what this card has to be about. It's integration and attunement is what we're doing right now. And that's why it feels so uncomfortable because it's like something new is before us, but we're just like, we don't really understand it, but we will, right? Attunement means that we're being attuned to the new. So we're just in a process right now. I am attuned to my needs and desires and harmonious within. Nothing is more important than you feeling good. Make time to sit attentively with your thoughts and emotions. Inside job this weekend. Toning Toning and active movement are effective ways to expel a buildup of stagnant energy. Your body is wise and knows how to move energy. Be quiet and listen to these needs. Again, I know I've been harping on this for the last few weeks. Our biggest and best job in this is meditation and prayer. Like, it's the one place where we should be very active. It's interesting that it said free flowing movement. So there's something about that too, where it's just like we need to get that energy flowing through our body. So if you just want to put on a song and dance and close your eyes and just let it all out and whatever you need to do, it just feels like we're supposed to be like moving the energy just a little bit differently than we are. But the key is that we're still like keeping the clear channel open because we have a job to do coming up. So, and keeping that clear channel also as in the highest vibration and manifestation as possible. So, yeah, use these next like 4 or 5 days for the weekend until Pluto goes into Aquarius. Because again, Pluto is the great revealer. So I feel like as soon as it steps into Aquarius, that it's the reveal of the new energy. This is why we don't understand it right now, is because we haven't like it's like we've been waiting like this is like a weird analogy that just came to me is like they've designed this new car that we're all waiting to see, but they haven't pulled that little sheet off it yet and going, introducing the new la la la. So that energy hasn't been revealed to us yet. But the minute it does, right, just remember, like, I think there's a lot of fear about, like, not fear, but just misunderstanding about I'm not going to know what to do and like I'm not part of this. And that's why that Saturn direct this weekend is like, no, you're a part of this. You're a divine part of this. Look at how all the hard, amazing work you've done. Give yourself more credit. You're part of this plan. And when that veil finally comes off, it's almost like it's like instant recognition or instant remembering. That's true awakening, right? This awakening, this remembering happens of like, oh, I know that energy and I know how to use it. And here we go. And that's the thing with the bull in our face that I keep getting with the Taurus thing is it's like, get ready because it's like we're about to like take this and run with it. Running with the bulls, but in the nice way. All right, let's look at what the moon cards that we always do have to say, and we'll just leave it there. Like I said, take or leave this read. It is kind of all over the place. I'm feeling it all over the place, but I'm not really worried about it. I think these moon cards will definitely sum this up. All right. Interesting. Okay. You are good enough. Yeah, it is. It's just coming down to this thing where it's like, if we do nothing else this weekend, believe, believe, have better belief in yourself. Don't worry about what's going to happen. Don't worry about the world. Um, you're good enough. You're doing it. You've already done. You've made it to this point. You are doing the work. Have faith in your dreams. Again, putting this all into action. Um, we need to just like really focus um, on the fact that like we are good enough. We have good dreams. Um, yeah, it feels funny right now because it's like I feel like so many people are doubting themselves, and we're doubting ourselves too because of what's happening in the outside world, and we're like, okay, nothing's going to save this, and that's the exact opposite like ideals then we need to have. Like we wouldn't have made it. Really think we're going to come all this way to have it pulled out from under us at this point? I don't believe that, and all the cards confirm it. So a new start is coming. New moon. Mm, maybe by the next new moon, what would that be? One, two, around the 20. Oh, I think it's on the 1st, December 1st. We'll be in Sag season. Everything will be good. Have no fear, you guys. Have no fear. And yeah, it's funny because I don't know why, but I saw a wreath this afternoon when I was taking the dog for a walk, and it just had like a really pretty Christmas wreath, but it said believe. And I was like, ah, yes, like, and not believe in what? Believe in magic, believe in, that whole Christmas energy. Let's start soaking that up because it is actually a good energy, and it does do things like help us to manifest peace on earth. Believe, if you want to, you know, sorry, keep dropping cards. Believe in the reason for the season, even though it's like I'm not sure about that whole story, and like we'll find out. But the real reason of Christmas isn't like what you're getting your aunt and what what your parents are getting you. And I know that's what we made it and that's what it is. And, but it's really about, I just really think we could use that energy better this year. So let's be on a mission to do that. We've got a month. No, 20 days, right? No, really? 20 days to Christmas? No, 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 no. A month. We've got a month. A month and 10 days. We got lots of time. Anyway, but let's do something positive this year. Sorry, it's just my opinion. You don't have to listen to me. You might love Christmas and think it's the best thing ever. Okay. So, also this moon coming up, the Lady of Lightning, we keep getting this. Surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. This is the thing I'm saying to you too, is that it's like we also have to like with this moon we have to be the grounded on earth bull, because what's also happen and stand our ground and be, because some of the stuff that we're going to find out, like the shocking changes, we can be like we can't let it rattle us. I found like the really interesting thing for myself is that like as things come out, I'm just like, ooh, that's interesting. Again, I'm taking it from a perspective where I'm just observing, and I take in the information and I don't let it get me down or upset me or be like, oh well, that's it, the world's ending. Like, uh-oh. Like, so my God, we really have to change our perspective around that. So things are still shifting and changing. There's lots of veils being lifted off. We're going to be finding out all kinds of information, but total paradigm shift is what we need because that old way is not working anymore. All right. The Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. Yeah, you know what? Moons are a great time to do reflective work. Again, this is like it's still we're kind of in this like weird paradigm where it's like we need to like observe and take care of the outside world, or not take care of it, but know what's going on. But we need to take care of ourselves and not let that overwhelm us because it also takes us out of doing our work. So we need to reflect again. The Saturn thing, this coming up more than the moon. Reflect on how far you've come, on who you are, on what you really believe, what brings you joy, what brings you love. Like this is a great weekend, I think, to just be constantly asking those questions and journaling. Non-judgment too is like I want to say that's like not of others, that's of ourselves, right? I'm really it's come up so many times that we're having this like struggle with ourselves about that, like who we are in this whole um ascension shift, whatever you want to call it. That we're not worthy, that we're not part of it, that we don't have the skills needed to like manifest. And it's like there's no judgment here. You're doing exactly what you came to do. If you're following your heart, if you're listening to your heart, if you're listening to the divine, there, there we don't need to judge ourselves for that because we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. I know. We're our own worst enemy, aren't we? The dream walker. Dreams, the collective good, illusions. Well, it's not an illusion, but the illusions are coming away. So our job as those illusions are being broken down, right? The veil, the smoke and mirrors, whatever is going on, as that's coming off, it's our job to dream, right? So it's just coming up so important this weekend that that's what we're doing. Um, the collective good. What are our wishes and dreams for the collective good? We all know, like, it's things like we know it's all the things we want to change out there. No more war, no more fighting, no more judgment, no more division. The list goes on. In terms of manifesting, though, I am going to say this: saying no to things is kind of like the double negative. So it's like it's more important when you're manifesting to go the opposite way and say like what we want, right? So we want peace, we want joy, we want love. it, they're simple words, but they're so impactful. So maybe you just pick one of them. I think I've like I said, my Christmas list every year is a piece, right? I'm just gonna pick that, and you know what? I'm in every day that I'm meditating. That's all I'm gonna meditate on, and let's see what we can do, because that's way more fun than manifesting shit for yourself. Like, come on, guys, we can do this. Just pick one word. It's easy peasy. Even if you've got a busy day ooh, oh, now I gotta go get those. Why are the cards doing this to me today? I had to get up like 4 times. They're always hitting the floor. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Two more. Okay. Anyway, let me get these cards. Okay. Yeah, pick one word. Okay. So we got be real. I think again, this is just like, what is our practical plan? Um, be real about what you want to see, right? And again, I think just keep it simple. Pick one word. Attend to the details. Interesting. Yeah. Again, I think if it's like, if we're, it's kind of like this reading. If it's all over the place, the universe has a hard time going, it's like, I'll just give it all to you, but like, you know, so I think just be really focused on it's just coming up. Like pick one word, pick peace, pick love, pick joy. I don't know, but like make that part of your daily work. Um, prayer, manifestation. Um, yeah, go deeper is coming up. So it's like it's we need to start really doing this work. please. I I say this too, and it's like I need to do the same. So deeper for me is like more meditation, more delving into this. So let's delve into this manifestation and see what we can create. Like why would we not? That's our job right now. It isn't like we're not unless we're strapping on boots and whatever and going off overseas to, you know, we're not like that. We have to use the tools in our arsenal, and our tools are manifestation um and containing and holding and manifesting more light, right? Release control. Again, oh, and that's a Taurus sign. Yeah, so there's something about like again, it's almost like at ground level we're trying to control everything that happens there, and it's like we can't. That's not our job. Our job isn't 3D Earth and how it transpires. Our job is to observe it and transmute the energy, right? So it's really just taking like moments of time and like watching what's going on and then taking that information and working with it in the terms of like, let's turn it into the thing we want it to be, the good thing, the collective good. Yeah. What turns any information you get, anything that comes out, any veil that's lifted, any paradigm shift where you're like suddenly shocked and surprised, instead of feeding into the shock and surprise, I mean, have your moment, but then how do we transmute that so that it is for the collective good? Because holy crap, out there, like people are doing, I'm sorry, but like absolutely insane things to themselves. And it's like, it's if you just take a step back, it's like it's not that bad. It's not going to be that bad. It is if you're going to manifest that into your life. You, at some point, we have to push put the brakes on like the craziness that they're trying to get us to feed into. That's our job to put the brakes on and be like, yeah, no more of this. No more of this. All right, any other advice? And then we'll leave it there for today. Like I said, I feel like I don't know about this reading, but I hope like you're able to glean a few like things. I think honestly, until that shift of Pluto happens, oh, I feel like no. Okay, where are we gonna start? Okay, well we'll start with the card that is completely representative of this moon. Look at that little Taurus bowl there with the light shining on it. Self-regulation. Again, this comes back to like as we're here in little 3D Earth and all this information is coming at us, what do we do to transmute it into basically, again, the alignment of all our chakras through a clear prism becomes the light, right? So the self-regulation here is it's like be doing the work. And the work is prayer and manifestation and all of that. It isn't getting involved at the ground level and participating in the crazy because it's not working. And we need to not have that be the basis of our lives. We also don't need to convert those people. They're learning their lessons. Unfortunately, they're picking the hard way, but that's just what it is. We got cleansing again, but look at again the pyramid or the prism with the rainbow colors. So it's almost like the reverse. Okay, that's what I mean, Joel. So it's almost like the uh, us aligning all our chakras in the colors, the rainbow. But through the top, when that light of alignment of the chakras hits the prism, it becomes the light, not the light coming into us. This, however, is saying use this moon to align your chakras. All you got to do is do some moon bathing, Whether you physically are outside and can get under it, even if you stare at it for 10 minutes, um, tonight I'm like, oh, it finally cleared off. So maybe we'll get to see it. But um, yeah, they say don't look directly at the sun, but you can look directly at the moon. Let it cleanse and clear you. Go out in it tonight. This card, again, all over the place. The truth. That's the truth is being revealed on this planet. But we need to self-regulate ourselves about how we respond to it. Actually, that's so funny because I totally forgot to write that in my notes. But like that is our key test right now is how we respond to everything. So you have the ability to self-regulate yourself, not feed into the crap, and allow your personal ascension to happen by kind of staying out of let the truth come out. It has to. It's part of this process. It always was going to be. And make no mistake, we are in like crazy full on disclosure time. If you think it's crazy now, you haven't even seen anything yet. like we even had the whole here hold my beer moment yet for the world. So, but our job is to keep ourselves self-regulated so that we are in our best energy position to go through this. So we're not freaking out. We're not um, doing crazy stuff to ourselves, hurting ourselves. Yeah, you know, it's it's you've got to get to that place of inner peace and inner joy and inner strength. And then, but we've got to do it because that like we're going to be needed to step up and lead. So yeah, sorry, that's all I can say is it's like we have a job to do. Don't. Oh, why is there a card over here? Well, that's so weird. Oh, my Unity card's over there. I don't know how it got there. I have no idea how it got there. There's no cards over there. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, fun. Okay, these are our little advice cards, and then we'll call this one. Okay, these are perfect. This is a great way to finish. Um, this pretty much sums up what I've just said. My future is an ideal projection. This guy, where's projection? Anyway, is an ideal projection perspective of what I envision now. Manifest, manifest, manifest. I can't say it enough. I feel like I'm just manifest. It's like that Seinfeld thing, Serenity Now, except it's like manifestation now. Anyway, okay, sorry, you guys. Now I'm getting goofy. I am always mindful and live only within each moment I have. See, that's also the key right now too, is like that's sort of the test too, is like, and it's always been live in the now, but live in the now. Stop, like as soon as something comes in, take your perspective, take a look at it. Don't project what it's like. This is the problem out in the world. And like, why are you seeing all these people shave their heads and go crazy? Because they're not like, they're projecting what they think is going to happen, but none of us have any idea. We have no idea that that's going to happen. And guess what? If you don't project it out there, it's probably not going to happen. So we've really got to take control of ourselves. We have to learn to self-regulate. We have to learn to like manage our emotions and get it together because we're needed right now. So don't dive into this whole fear pool of like it's so gross right now that it's like that humans are like desecrating themselves. We don't know what's going to happen, but I do know for a fact in this universe that whatever you project out is what you're going to get back. That's manifestation 101. And if we're in the precipice of it, please, for the love of God, start thinking better things. Start believing in better things. Again, take it back really easy peasy. Spend one day on one word, projecting the one thing we want to see. What is it? Maybe it's just love for you. Maybe it's peace. I don't know. But all I know is we've got to start doing this work and taking it seriously. Like, we can't expect a different outcome if we keep, at the end of the day, we're like, oh, I didn't do anything today, but I did watch, the news, and now I'm like, ugh. Sorry. I'm guilty of it too. So we just got to work harder. That's all it is. Okay. Let's just leave on this card, because I think if this can be our mantra, then then all is well, right? My future is full of light. And if I say that and you say that, and then everybody tells two friends and they tell two friends, that we will do what we came here to do, which is to be a container for this light. And you may not be feeling it yet, right? You may not be fully feeling that light's fully in, because I don't know if it fully is, right? Like I said, I think this is happening very integrally, so that or incrementally, so it's not overwhelming. So take a breather this weekend, step back again, see the perspective, see things for what they are, know that they're happening for a reason. Don't get all worked up about it. Um, take the higher perspective. Take the higher perspective. Yeah, let's just go back to this card from the beginning and we'll finish on that too. It's interesting though, because the energy of this card is that this angel is holding the earth and observing it. Um, it's interesting though, because I feel like this hand with all the little magic swirls around it is that she's working energy. She's doing Reiki on it. And if you look too, the earth is being bathed in light. I just think we're just at a place that's new for all of us, right? Like, I get worked up about it too, because I can't guide you necessarily what to do. I'm in the same boat. We're all traveling on this uncharted sea together. The nice thing about the uncharted sea, though, is that we get to chart it and we get to make these discoveries and we get to be like, woohoo, we found a new land. We found new earth. Like, that's our job right now. So take a breath, take a breather. I feel like these next couple days, also just be patient. The energy's not fully in. I feel like as soon as we hit that Pluto in Aquarius, all will be like mostly revealed and it'll make more sense. So just keep that in the back of your thing that, the light is coming. Wasn't that one of the cards? The favorable outcome. I don't remember. See what it's all over the place. So anyway, the energy's all over the place. So let it be and just take it in stride. Do what you can. Take a breather, but keep manifesting, keep praying, keep meditating, and yeah, and manifesting like the best possible outcome for the good of all, for the collective, the collective good. That's probably what I'll call this video. The collective good. Fight for the collective good. Ooh, I'm getting dizzy. That's interesting. There must be some shifting going on. It is going to be a weekend of that, so do take care of yourself and enjoy this moon, because it's changing a lot, and so is this portal. So we'll see you next week for the energy read. And yeah, that'll probably be on Monday, and I can guarantee we'll definitely be taking a look at Pluto heading into Aquarius. So, but take care, and I'll see you then.